Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'll give a review on the Apple iPad 10th generation. So I recently bought this Apple iPad for around 4,000 ringgit, which is 897 US dollars. And I got a cover, a shield, and some tempered glass on top. I also bought the Apple Pencil, and so far the experience has been really good. The Apple Pencil is really smooth and it works really well. The Apple Pencil came in this box, and I know that Apple is really good at packaging stuff, so this inner box just slides out and you have this area where you put the Apple Pencil in. And Apple is notorious for all of its cables, USB port, and all that. So inside this box, I got two adapters. So in order for me to connect this Apple Pencil with the iPad, I'll have to take this cable, and I'd just like to mention this really cool thing. Look at that, the plug. So I just take out this cable, and inside this, I'll just attach it with this adapter, and one with the cable, and the other end of the cable goes here. So I'll attach it, leave it there, let me open the settings. So here, for the Apple Pencil settings, you can see that it's connected with Bluetooth. Now I can remove this cable and start working with the Apple Pencil. I'll open Notes here, and I can really draw anything I want. It's really smooth and there's a lot of options. So this was a built-in app. This is Notes. It's by Apple. Also, I'd like to mention another feature of this iPad, which is if you close it and just leave it off for a while and you want to on it back, there's this, I don't know if you can see this, but there's this Touch ID, which I can just open it with my fingerprints. So, see that? It's cool. I really like that feature. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is new in the 10th generation. Now let me remove the iPad from the cover. This cover is really there to protect it. And now, I think this has been my favorite Apple product so far. So as you can see, it's really beautiful. They had it in over, I think, more than 3 colors. So they had it in silver, blue, pink, and yellow. First I was like, I wanted to buy yellow, but then, so I got it in silver because I think it's a more professional color, and that's the Apple logo, that's the camera, and this is, the shape. It's really cool. It's actually really lightweight, but with this cover it becomes heavier. And this is the widgets here. And one thing I really like is that this is really good for students. And let me show you how much memory it has. So this is the iPad storage, It has 250 GB. Obviously, it was more expensive, but I think this is good for students because I have Google Classroom and I have OneNote, which is really convenient, honestly, because you can just like download folders from Google and you know open it here and just edit it with your Apple Pencil and save it. And let me show you the display of this iPad. I'm really happy with the display. As you can see, it's quite big, and
you might picture uncomfortable symptoms like bloating.
you can also like zoom, and that really helps. And just swipe up if you want to minimize it and watch other stuff. Also, this built-in search engine for apps. So if I type in here YouTube, I can open it. So for me, just buy this iPad if you're a student. It's good. You don't have to buy the expensive one like the iPad Air or the iPad Pro. It has sufficient storage, and I think it's really sufficient to store all of your files and of all of your student stuff. Let me now show you some built-in apps here on Apple, which are really helpful. First of all, Notes. I've already showed you that earlier, and you also have Keynote, which is like PowerPoint, but of Apple's. And we have Pages. So, yeah, it's the Word, Microsoft Word of Apple. And there's also another thing, which is this Garage. This, yes, this Garage Band, where you can record yourself, and there's like a bunch of musical instruments on the iPad, which I think is really cool because you have all of the instruments on the iPad itself. And there's also some other apps that I think are really cool. One of it is Measure, where you just you can measure distances between stuff. So if I click on this and I just you know um bring it to a point where I want to measure, so I can do that. So here we go. I'll just add a point there, and then it tells me the distance, and it's pretty accurate. There's also another thing called magnifier, and I can just zoom into stuff. And that ends my review of this Apple iPad 10th generation.